So I haven't made a video in like a month-ish, just because I've been lazy. It has nothing to do with this. But I joined the Navy. It's been on the super DL for a few months, and basically last week I got the ball rolling. Whew. So I'll kind of explain that, and then mostly this is just going to be my MEPS experience because it's just fresh in my head. I literally was there yesterday and the day before. People have told me, you know, it took them months to end up going to MEPS and do everything. It literally took me like a fucking week. I showed up to the recruiting office on Monday of last week. Nobody was there, so then I called one of the recruiters, left him a voicemail. They're like, hey, yeah, come back in on Wednesday, I think it was. Basically told them like, look, I'm really fucking serious about this. So we started paperwork that day. And then I came back the next day after to finish said paperwork. And then they called and basically reserved me a spot at MEPS for the following week, which was Tuesday, and then yesterday, Wednesday. Now fast forward Tuesday, I show up at my recruiting office. I got there around 11:30, and he was like, my recruiter was like, just wear, you know, like not a t-shirt, but just like a shirt and then some pants. And I coach swimming, I'm always in leggings, so when he said pants, I'm like, okay, leggings, and he's like, whoa, no. So I ran home because I live pretty close, put some jeans on. Then the shuttle was there. We left at 12:30, so we go into MEPS, go through security, whatever. Basically, I was there that day to take the ASVAB, which is a test you need to take to get into the military. It determines like what jobs you can have, X, Y, and Z. So I did that on Tuesday. I did the computer version, so each section is timed. You have a certain amount of questions to complete in that certain amount of time. Most of them I finished before the time was allotted. If you're Navy, you do the ASVAB, and then at the end there's 2 other sections that you have to test with. I don't know if any other branch has something like that, but yeah, after I did that, they handed me my scores, and then I took it into the Navy office at MEPS. They opened it and they're like, oh, here's your score, blah, blah, blah. Then we go in the like holding area. We waited for like probably 2 hours for the shuttle to the hotel. People were still testing like after I had finished. People were done even before me. So I personally waited like 2 hours. Then we all shuttled to the hotel. Then we went into this like banquet room, basically got a brief, got meal tickets, got our room keys. They tell you like lights out is at 10. Mind you, like sitting in front of a computer for hours and taking a fucking test is actually really draining. Like, so by the time we got to the hotel, I was fucking tired. Took my room key, went up to my room, just put all my stuff down, and then I went back down. Then ate. I had like this chicken sandwich with like peppers on it. That's what I chose. And then I literally just went back upstairs. I didn't like hang out downstairs. There was like games and stuff. I was just like fucking tired. I wanted to go to sleep. I went back upstairs. I showered. I thought I was gonna have a roommate, but didn't get a roommate. So I like was in one bed, sprawled all my shit on the other bed, and then lights out, I said, was at 10. I was going to bed a little bit after that, and then as I'm about to turn off the light, this girl walks in. She was like with her family earlier, so she was just late, like coming back to the hotel. She was going Marine Corps, but she had been to MEPS before, so I was kind of asking her a bunch of questions. We were just talking, whatever. Then we go to bed. Then you get a lovely 4 a.m. wake-up call. That was whew, rocking. And then basically they did breakfast from 4:30 to 5. If you weren't eating, you had to be down there by 5. So everybody was downstairs. Then they kind of like check you in, basically make sure like you're there. You get back on the bus, you go to MEPS. So I was at San Diego MEPS. The hotel that we stayed at was probably like 15 minutes away, give or take. Getting in was a little bit more difficult than it was the prior day. I don't know if it was because last time I was there in the afternoon and then this time I was there in the morning. I have no clue. But everybody fucking waits outside. There's probably like 50 or 60 of us. So you go in one by one, go through security, get everything like checked. Then you put your bags in this like holding room because you can't have them while you're walking around. And the only place at MEPS you can use your phone is in your designated office. So like in the Navy office or the Army office, that's the only place you can have your phone. So they told us, put all your shit in there. You don't need anything right now. And we were all lining up at the front desk. Once they gave us like a whole brief and everything, then they're like, okay, go to your office, go take whatever paperwork you need there and get whatever from them, because then the second day you do medical. So got all my paperwork and everything like squared away. Then you go into basically like another holding room, and then you go and get your blood pressure taken. You go into the classroom where you do that, you sit down, you fill out more paperwork with this dude, and they have like women on one side, men on the other. So for my day there was 11 females and then like fucking 30 dudes, and they're like, ladies go first. So basically once you're done with all that paperwork and stuff in that classroom, they give you like a little thing, because the first thing you do after you're done with paperwork is take a breathalyzer test. Do that, and then you make your way to medical, and that's where you do everything for the whole day. Like we literally spent fucking hours in there. I don't know what time like I actually got into medical. I want to say it was like around 9 maybe, and I was done around like 1. So you go in there and there's different stations. You don't do nobody does everything in the same order. Like it's kind of just wherever's free, go to that. So the first thing I did, I got my blood drawn. You have to have 2 interviews with doctors to like go over everything. Then after the blood draw, I did one of the interviews with one of the doctors, and then did like the P test. I did the hearing test, and then I went in for the full physical. So I'll elaborate a little bit on that. You go in a room, you strip down your underwear basically, you get height and weight done. I was in a group with 6 other girls at this time, and then you do like a series of exercises. Not really exercises, they're like basically movements to make sure your joints are okay, your arms, your legs, your back, whatever. We had a male doctor, so we had a female chaperone nurse in there with us. She was conducting it. He was just like, you're good, you're good, you're good. Okay, and part of that, there's the duck walk. Everybody who told me about it made it seem like way harder than it is, but how the stance that you do it in, I literally sit like that at work all the time. When I'm talking to kids in the pool, because I'm on the pool deck. So for me that was super easy. I thought it was gonna be this super hard thing and blah blah blah. And we went in one by one, saw the doctor with the nurse. He checked like your ears, like your skin. You're still in your bra and underwear, just making sure, or like seeing if you have bruises, scrapes, like whatever. He did all that. He checked my teeth, he checked my eyes, and then you go back into the room. So we did all that one by one. Once you go back into the room that you were in, you take off your bra and underwear behind like a curtain, and you put on like the white paper gown, because then you go in and you see him again, but he checks like your back, your breasts, your lungs, your neck, your vagina. Basically all he did was, he didn't even like, so my legs were like this, on, the table I was laid back. He didn't like touch them or move them or anything. He was just like, okay, go ahead. And the nurse like kind of preempted us on this, so we knew. So all I did was open my legs myself. He literally took a quick glance and was like, okay, and then you can close them. So he didn't like actually like touch me or anything. He touched like, my chest and whatever, obviously up to feel, but for my vagina it was just like, oh hey, okay, bye. And after that I could get dressed. I was done. I went to go do my vision test, and then and for vision I wear glasses for far away, so I have my glasses with me all day. So they have you do the vision test without your glasses, and then they have me do my vision test with my glasses. After that I had my final interview with the doctor to go over everything, make sure I had done everything, and then I was good to go. And you turn it in at the front desk, and then they go through everything, making sure you didn't miss anything. The only thing I didn't put down earlier in the classroom was a phone number, because I didn't have my phone on me. So then they let me go into the Navy office, get my phone, get the number. Then I came back, wrote it down, and then they're like, okay, you're good to go. You're going to go back to the front desk and tell them you're ready for phase 1. That's when they start you picking your job. Went into the liaison office, which is the Navy office, met with this one lady. She had me sign some stuff, put down like 3 choices of jobs that I wanted, fill out some other stuff, blah blah blah. And then I went to this other dude, that he was the guy who like, here's your job choices, blah blah blah, like let's go over them, like this and that. And then after I had picked one, then you go, so that was in the Navy office. Then I went to the other side of MEPS and met with this other dude, and it was like he was the one who fingerprinted me. That was going to your fingerprints go to the FBI, background checks, stuff like that. After that, we were just kind of back in this one like original room, and that was for phase 3 where we all got to swear in. So we probably waited in there about an hour and a half, and then they took us in. And I didn't have any family or anything with me there. They do let people take pictures when you are swearing in. But there's a guy who like goes over what you're gonna say first and then brings an officer in, or whatever she was. I don't know. And then she's the one who led us with our oath, like hand up and everything. So basically I sweared into the DEPS program, so delayed entry program. That means I don't leave for a few months. And then on my official shipping date, I will swear in again to the Navy officially. It was a long ass fucking day. So yeah, I was there from like 5 something a.m. The bus left at 5:10, so we were probably there like 5:30, 5:45. Went in, I'd say around 6 something or other. I don't know. And then I didn't leave till after 6 in the afternoon because waiting around for everything like took forever. So by the time I got back home, after like me getting back here, stopping at work, going to my friends, I had an 18-hour day. Like I was tired. Sleeping last night was so good. I hope when I go to edit this I kind of covered everything. But that's my MEPS experience for joining the Navy. Yeah, I'm fucking stoked. If you have any more other questions, or I don't want to say, oh, I'm gonna make this array of Navy videos, because again, I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here for a few months. As I experience more things, I probably will make videos on them just to kind of document it. I mean, that's the whole point of YouTube, to document stuff. Like when I go back and I see videos from 2 years ago, I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, basically that was my MEPS experience. And if you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.